Good afternoon everyone and welcome back. Today I thought I'd do a little bit of a video on an update about us switching back to twice a day, or for one herd going back to twice a day. Just after 1, so these girls are coming on here. They've got Maze and PK before they head up to the shed. It's been beautiful weather so far, but it has been rather cold, so that's definitely slowed grass growth up. So I'm feeding about 7 kilos, 6.5, 7 kilos on here, just to sort of try and help them around a little bit. Looks like there could be a little bit more rain on the way. Might pass us that one, or maybe not. Looks like I'm actually riding into it. When I left home after breakfast, it was nice and sunny. It didn't look like it was going to rain, so I didn't worry about wearing any wet weather gear. But Graham, the digger driver, he's left. We actually left last week, and this is that big bonfire pile that I had in the last video. As you can see, it has burnt down real well. He did pick up the stump that was in there and he's moved it over to the other pile, which got going a little bit, but not really well. This is just cleaned up superbly. It'll be still pretty warm in there, I'd say. There it is there, actually. That's the big stump. This was just all that other hedge, but it wasn't quite as dry as the one which was going up there. It might have been different stuff. Still the old ember in there going, look at that. Still red hot in there. There's that bit of wood there that we pulled out of the ground, I'm pretty sure. That it was under the soil, kind of buried in the clay there. A couple of people said it could have been totara and I should scrub it up and make some furniture out of it, like a seat or something like that, which I thought was a cool idea. Maybe I'll drag it out and see what's left. Yeah, like I said, I thought it was quite a neat idea. Wouldn't actually mind if we got a little shower. I have just literally put fert on these paddocks here where the cows were. You can see it on the bare ground here. I had to change the mix up a little bit, but there's some sustain there and some sulphur there. Ground's pretty damp, so it will dissolve away nicely. Like I said, a little bit short, haven't got a heck of a lot in front of me, but I'm not the only one out there. Everyone's in the same boat. After cleaning, oh yeah, there it is right there. There's a massive carp just sitting in the drain there, and I reckon he's landlocked. He can't get out. It's a pretty big fish. Man, I should try and come down and shoot it or something. Might be a little bit hard to see on camera. I've seen him there a couple of times, but after I got this clean through here and the big sort of clumps of the bank that had fallen in, the water's dropped probably at least half a metre, and that's why I reckon he can't get out. Not so bad here, but just in that stretch up there it gets quite stony. For a big fish like that, he would have to crawl over it, I guess. I've never seen them that big up this way, or this far though. That's nuts. And see, he's creating a bit of a bow wave up there. Far out. Picked a good time to come in. It has started raining. Going on at 20 to 2 at the moment. What I normally do, because it's fairly all new to me this year, or the changes are new to me, is that I chuck the cows on the pad at about 1 o'clock. They get about an hour and a half to eat their lunch, and then from there they go to the shed at 2:30. So that's what I'm going with at the moment anyway. Hope to sort of have cups on a little bit after 3. I was waiting for today's pickup to come through from Fonterra, or the result, but I don't know, they seem to be so slow this year. I know they did have a bit of a hiccup in the last sort of week where it took a couple of days to get them back, but I don't know, I'm sure we used to get them quicker than what we do now. Lunch is never long enough. I'm gonna need my wet weathers today though. It hasn't stopped raining since I came in. We did need a little bit, but it'd be quite nice if it stopped now. Girls look pretty done. There's a lot standing under the roof, and there's a little bit of feed left, which, yeah, I don't really mind because they'll clean that up when they come through in the morning. Would be nice if it was all gone, but I guess I'd rather give them a little bit too much than not enough. I've let them go. They're just starting to come up the hill now, or the front of them is. Kilometre from the shed to the feed pad, so it takes them roughly about 20 minutes to get up here. All of them. The front ones get up here a little bit quicker. Gives me a good chance to just set the shed up, which I haven't done today yet.
I don't think you're a light person to sit up and move.
Wind these up.
People that are staying up at night worrying about, if you're possible, so you can do more, so you can do more, so you can do more.
Rails are pushed out. They've got to be for these cows. Give them a little bit more width in here. Need one of these. Filter sock. Or sleeve. Filter sock or a filter sleeve, whatever you like to call it. Goes over here, something like so. There's the ends. End caps, rubber bump stops, whatever you call them. Rubber stoppers maybe. Turn that tap off, that tap off, that tap off. There's the water for the shed on, and need to turn this on so that the milk goes in the vat. Got to switch that on the other day and a little bit of milk go down the drain, but not too much. Front of them's almost at the fish trough. So now I'll just shoot back down and come up behind them. I actually had a meeting with Stacey and Connor yesterday. Stacey's got a new job, who was my halter rep or customer support person, and now Connie is taking over from her. So she's my new go-to, but they're working on that at the moment. So I'm gonna make the yard here a paddock. So I won't be able to send them from the feed pad to the paddock, but once they get like 100 meters up the race, they will be guided to here. So that'll work. It makes it a little bit challenging when you've got a roof over the feed pad. Now this is especially small, so it sort of sways the GPS a little bit, but that should work. We'll be able to tinker with it once it gets sorted anyway. This is the area where we put that lime chip, so you can sort of see it here, but the cows have walked over here, compacted it, made it a bit slushy with that rain. Once we get a bit of sun on it though, it should harden up nicely again. Didn't actually show you guys this last video because we hadn't done it, but just before he left, we put a culvert through the race here. There's actually a little bit of water that's come out of it, or is that from maybe over here? Whole point of that was that the waters that comes down the left side can shoot under the race and come out into the paddock there rather than having to go across the race. That's the problem and how it was scouring out before, so that should ideally help a bit. Probably need another one in down here, or maybe down the hill a little bit further at some other stage. You're going the wrong way. Yeah, that's it. Come on, number 36, you're always at the back with number 1 and number 45 this year. Oh no, where's number 1? She's up there. 136 245. It did definitely take them a while to walk up into the yard. Yesterday they even sort of didn't do it, whereas today they've actually gone up and they're waiting up there now. I guess it takes a while to build routine. What do they say about habits? It takes 21 days to make one, and is it 3 days to break one? Something like that. Definitely grown though. The cows are in this paddock just here, I think 3 nights ago, and it's sort of got that light green to it, which means that's the new grass coming away. Same with over on the hill over there, like that's looking like a nice light green. When the sun comes out, it's pretty warm. We just need some warmer nights. Up we go. Currently there's 160 cows in this herd. There's I think just under 90 in the young herd, and it's quite tight for space already. So I was planning to get 200 in here, at least 200. So another 40 is gonna really make the yard tight. It's not so bad once they sort of row up, it's just pushing them in that's the tricky part. But there's still a lot of space out there, so it should be sweet. I think I've turned everything off. I'll know soon enough if I haven't. Oh, I haven't set a break up for them tonight. One thing I have noticed, or one thing that has happened, is that in the morning they're not coming in so full. They're not coming in with, you know, a massive big udder full of milk and it's squirting out everywhere. Hasn't happened yet. So they're coming in with less time to milk them in the morning, less waiting around, and in the afternoon it's fairly quick as well. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's going pretty good. Paddock done. Get these on. Bloody sucked yesterday though. I was taking a set of cups off and I put my hand under like this to grab them, and a cow lifted her foot, and as she did it she stood on this finger, and these fingers aren't particularly good anyway, so she just kept standing on it. Nails gone a bit black and it has been a bit tingly ever since. It was actually real numb yesterday, but I actually cut the tendons in them when I was over in the UK, and they don't bend out straight anymore, so I didn't have all the feeling in the tip, but yeah, it certainly doesn't help. We got milk going into the receiving can. Look who's arrived. You come to milk. Oh yeah. 9 degrees. How much? 9. Yeah, it feels cold. One thing I'm looking forward to when we do the extension is pulling guillotine doors in, or whatever you call them. Ones that you can just twist the rail and they shut. These are actually quite good for drafting. but it's annoying because every time you want to shut them, you've got to go up and do it. It's not that bad. This is a nice, easily one-person shed, nice and small shed. It's a little bit too small for us now. Whoa, it's really set in now. I don't think we're going to get this much this afternoon. Taking a bit of milk out for the calves as well. Oh yeah, that'll about do it. A little bit more maybe. On the plus side, after this has been through this afternoon, looks like the sun's back for a few days. There we go, that's more like it. It is flipping cold though.
It's cold out here. Oh, and even the sun is on because it's so nice and sunny.
Sun's nice, but it hasn't got a lot of heat in it at the moment.
No, it hasn't. Not when we have a cold morning like this morning.
No, update, twice a day. So currently, I guess...
I did have a look and it said 9% up on last year.
No, 7% for the season up. But for the month, and this is the month that we changed it over, we are 11% currently.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So there are some days, or a couple of days ago, there was a day where we sent 80 solids more than last year, which is a considerable amount.
Yep, and then if you compare it to last night, we were at 50 solids, so I think it was. So
yeah,
yeah, so it varies, but yeah, it is, you're doing most of the work, so that's all good. I mean, you'll milk the cows in the afternoon. I just go down and do the last couple of rows and then put the water through, so that's...
Dad finishes off. Well, yeah, he milks the last couple of rows, and then I sort of go and feed the calves down below, which works pretty well.
Yep, and your mother feeds the calves up at the shed here, the few that are up here, so that's good.
Yeah, so that helps as well. But
yeah,
it's yeah, going all right so far. I mean, at the end of the day, I said to Dad the other day, the only reason we've really done it is because we've got halter now, and we've got the time available to be able to do it. I mean, it takes a lot of time out of your day having to set fences up and moving cows and stuff
Yeah,
like that. So now that we can do it on our phones, that's really the only reason I pulled the trigger. And I said to him the other day, would you rather milk twice a day or get rid of halter?
Yeah, that's the trouble. Once you've had halter, you just wouldn't get rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it life just so much easier.
Yeah,
so
yes,
so far so good. And another thing Dad said too was that I'd planned to milk for about 8 to 10 weeks twice a day, so somewhere in mating we were going to sort of switch back. But
yeah, when did I say that?
yeah, the other night when he came down for dinner, he sort of hinted that maybe we should go through till Christmas. So
Yeah, oh look, we'll have to see what happens, definitely. Yep.
I mean, it's not the whole herd. Ideally, one day that would be ideal, sort of the plan, to upgrade the feed pad, one herd, put them all on there, and if we could get them all in the shed, then we could look at that. But at the moment, just do the older cows, which is 2/3 of the herd.
Yep, milking them twice a day, it's a lot faster, of course.
Yeah, it
You're
is.
not mucking around.
Yeah, a lot faster in the
you
morning.
certainly milk them pretty fast at night. That doesn't take long, and in the morning, yeah, it's you're not waiting around for slow cows, which you have to milk everything out when you once a day. You can't just.
Yeah, there's a couple of slow cows, but
Yep.
ideally I think I'll cull them this year, depending on repro results. You've got to have space to be able to do it. But that'll be interesting to see how that pulls up. So far so good. I like cows coming in, they're cycling well. I think this weather definitely helps. We're actually on track. I had a look on my halter app and on track of where we should be, so or a little bit above on track, which is good. So yeah, everything's looking
Excellent.
pretty positive so far.
Yep.
It should be quite interesting too when we go through the flush, how much more we can do like this than what we were doing. Obviously we're seeing an improvement now. So yeah,
Look, it'll all be interesting to see, but I worked out, or you work out, on once a day you do about 10 to 15% less than what you would on twice a day. So maybe with the payout like we have at the moment, maybe it pays to milk them twice a day for a bit longer, I suppose.
yeah, well I
Take
think it
advantage
definitely does.
of that 10%.
Somebody asked what's your ideal production, or what do you want to see going back, and I think I put a comment saying 20,000 would be nice because then it would pay for the shed. Obviously there's expenses in that, but I don't actually know. We'll know at the end of the season. But I mean, we are very weather related too, I guess, or our season's very weather dependent
Yeah, it does.
on what happens later on. But I mean, early milk, the more we can get early on, the better.
Done.
Sweet. All right. And apart from that, I'll let you know how updates go. throughout the season, but see you next time.
Yep, next time. Good. That's excellent.